सोने दे चाहते हैं
वरना क्या?
वरना देख लूँगा तुझे मैं।
अच्छा बुलाओ पापा को। पापा
First, I going to have a basic introduction of the workshop. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you. We'll just, in brief, let me tell you about myself. You know me, Sanjay Bhoi, work here as Associate Professor of Emergency Medicine. And jointly, myself and Dr. Deepak Agarwal, we're jointly hosting this workshop on communication skills in the emergency department, but it will be generalized. It is not specific to emergency department. So it is only communication skills which can be applicable to all scenarios, right? So before we begin the workshop, okay, we'll have a quick round of self-introduction, just your name and your designation and where you are coming from. So we'll begin with, start with you. Yeah, you can just stand, look back and tell your name and what you are, so that we know each other better, because it's a workshop.
UP Saharanpur,
Yeah, please have a seat. Yeah.
Senior Resident Forensic Medicine in Trauma Center AIMS.
Welcome, Dr. Janani.
I'm nurse working in disaster ward trauma center.
I'm a senior resident in medicine at the trauma center, starting in trauma center next month.
Good morning, I'm Sandhya Rajan, working as a staff nurse in TC5 ward, JP90C.
Yeah.
Hello, myself Nadeem Ahmed, working in TC7 ward as a staff nurse.
Hi, I'm Sister Kalpana, working in TC7 ward as a sister of grade 1.
Sister grade 1, yeah, please.
I am Sister Reena, working in TC4 ward.
Welcome, Sister.
Myself Salma Jose, working as staff nurse.
Sorry, come again, be louder.
Myself Salma Jose,
Selma Jose, yeah.
working as a staff nurse in TC4.
Please have a seat.
I am Molly Philip, working as assistant judge in TC1 ward.
Welcome.
Nidam
Sister.
Abraham, ANS TC1.
Welcome, madam. Welcome.
I'm Mohamana Vijay, ANS
Welcome, sister.
My name is Dalbir Kumari, ANS in TC4 ward.
Welcome, sister. Welcome.
उनको जाके लाना पड़ेगा.
Myself Bhavan Kumar, TC5 ward.
I am Mrs. Esther Ghosh, ANS in TC5.
5 ward, okay. Sister,
Myself Sister Neera, TC7 ANS.
welcome, sister. Yeah, I think we finished round out everything, and sister has joined late. And can you just introduce yourself, sister?
Chris, TC1.
Sister Chris from TC1 ward. Okay, welcome. And we have my co-instructors and this thing. And Matilda, can you just introduce yourself? Okay. And we have Shiny with us, and she is also system. And the other coordinators, we have now Nirmal, which has entered. Can you just self-introduce yourself? Of communication, you guys and me, right? And in this communication workshop, Hilda, I think you can just switch on this lights that will be visible. How I am, isn't it? So you get to know what you are, Dr. Janani, right? And we'll understand who is what, right? So you can understand each person's personality traits, how to interact with them, you know, how much, what should be the way of communication to those. You will understand the sensitivities and the strength and weaknesses of each personality. Everybody has that. And how to work together considering your strengths and your weaknesses. How to form a team, whether it is in the ward, whether it is in ICU, whether it is in the emergency department, whether it is in engineering department or any place. Forming a team is the key to success for any work you do. At your home, you can test it at your home with your kids, right? So that will be telling your personality traits. Even you can find out, work that on your kids as well, right? So with this now, you know, we begin the course, and now invite, you know, Miss Shiny Thomas to this thing, or she is going to start the first lecture on basics of PowerPoint presentation. Okay, and Shiny has been, you know, she has been an excellent orator and excellent presentation skills, and she has really developed as a good instructor over a period of time. And now I welcome Shiny to take over the stage. Thank you.
My voice is audible to everybody? Yeah. So today basically we are talking about communication skills in the emergency department. Now you must be wondering, what has PowerPoint got to do with that? But yes, PowerPoint is a very good medium to communicate. Communication as in you can have health educations, you can have your research presentations and many other things. Right? So today I'll be talking about the basics of PowerPoint presentation. I hope many of you might be already knowing how to make slides. If yes, how many of you know how to make a PowerPoint presentation? So around 50% I guess. So those of you who know, just a refresher, a reminder. Those who don't know, let's just learn. So today basically I'll be focusing on how to make a PowerPoint presentation and what are some of the things that you can keep in mind to make your presentations better. So to begin with, this is the desktop or your laptop screen. There is a start button over here. You can see a Windows symbol. There is a start button over here. Just click over here or Word to make your abstracts. But the most important and the most frequently used is the Microsoft Office PowerPoint. There are different versions available, 2003, 2007, 2010, etc. So whatever is installed in your computer, you can use that. So how to make a PowerPoint presentation? Basically, this is the screen that you open when you click on the button of PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint. This is the home slide, the default slide that opens up. In this, you can add your title. Like say for example, you are taking a case presentation on management of head injury. So your main title becomes, say, presentation on head injuries, right? Next, you may want to add in a subtitle. So subtitle may be the name of the presenter who is presenting. Say suppose if I am presenting, so this becomes my designation, St. Thomas Staff Nurse NIS, right? So this is your title slide. Now in the options over here, the home slide, you'll see layout. In layout, you have different slides available as per your requirements. So if this is the title slide and you want to add in a new slide, just click into the new slide and whatever type of slide you want, you can select. This is the main title slide. Then you have a title slide with a content. That means, say suppose if you are presenting on head injuries, then probably signs and symptoms of head injury, for example. These are the bulleted list that you have. In the bulleted list, you can add the manifestations, say autoria, for example, and many others, right? So whatever points are there, you can just add on. In the same way, you have various other slides also, like suppose you want to add in more than one content, then you can have these kind of tabulated forms in which you can add 2 contents. Now in the same one, if you want to add some, say tables, so just click on the icon of the table and you can select how many columns you want, how many rows you want. Or suppose you want to add in a graph, then you can just click on the graph. You can just click on the graph column and whatever graph you want, you can just select and you can add. Like I have selected the graphs option. This is the option that I have. Whatever data you want, you can just add over here. Like suppose you want male, female, say 10, 24, etc. So based on that, your graph will be automatically made. Then again, if you want to add in any pictures, so you can select default pictures which is already there in your library, or you can select any other which you have in your other drives. Or for example, you want to add in some any videos or any music, you can also add so. Now this was just the basics on how you write down and how you make a presentation. Now how to make your presentations better. For making your presentations better, you have various options available here. Like suppose you want to increase the size, from here you can increase or decrease. Or if you want to change the color, you can change from here. Various colors are available. If you want to change the sentence structure, like suppose you want in all capitals, you can have from here. Or suppose you want to underline, you want it in italics form, or you want a shadow effect. These all skills are available there in your home tab itself. Now again, if you want to have any design, see a white slide looks very blank. So you want to add in a design. For a design, there are already default designs available. You can select from any one of them as per your requirements. Then, suppose you already have 2 or more presentations and you want to use some slides which are already there in some other presentation. So for that, what you can do is, again, go to the home screen, new slide. There is an option called as reuse slides. Just go into the reuse slide, browse from where you want to take your slide. Suppose you have a presentation on desktop. Say for example, I already have a presentation like infection rate. So I want to use this particular slide in my presentation over here. So I can just import over here. So it's very easy, like suppose you have 2-3 presentations and you want some slides from other presentation, just reuse slide and the slide will be automatically incorporated over here. Then again, you want to add in some, say, animations.
Shiny, just a minute. Can you just tell again, the insert reuse slide? Can you just
reuse? Yeah. Okay. For reuse slide, just go to the home screen, new slide.
Okay.
There is an option called reuse slide. Yeah. So when you go into the reuse slide, this I had already browsed. If you want to browse some other file, say you can, this is the presentation, you want to add this slide.
Okay.
So just select and it will come.
Okay. There's no need to drag and drop or something like that. There's
Pardon?
no need to drag and drop?
No, there's no need to drag and drop.
Just you select.
You can just select from any presentation that is there in the computer.
Okay.
Then again, if you want to add in any animations to make your effects better. So like if I've selected, say, this animation. So when I go into the projector, see, suppose this is the effect. So these are the effects that you can have when you select it. You can either apply it to all the slides or you can even custom it. Then we have a very important thing here, like this is the view. View means how you want to see your presentations. This is basically for yourself. This is the default one, normal one that you already have when you open it. Then there is something called as the slide sorter. In slide sorter, if you select, you can just rearrange your slides. Like suppose you had made the presentation and then you see, I want this slide somewhere here or I want this slide somewhere here. You can just rearrange. So it will just give you a glimpse. Then there is something called as the notes page. Notes page is basically for yourself. Like suppose you have done a study, right? And you want to present, say, 2 months ahead from now on. So you have a period of 2 months with you. You have collected all your data. Now there are some points which you want to keep in your memory, right? If you write here and there are chances that will be lost. So there is a notes column over here. Just type on whatever you want or add on into your notes column. So on the final day when you are just presenting, you can have a revision. You can just open and you can refer your notes. This is just for your reference. Then there is something called as the slide master. Slide master is basically like this is the default design that you have. So if you want to have any changes in it, you can change from here. Like you want a picture that should be available in all the slides, throughout the slides. So you can insert that. Or there is something that you don't want, so you can just remove that. So this is basically overall how you will manage the design of your slides.
Shiny, can you just tell us, should you make it in the beginning only, you should make the slide master or any point of time during your presentation when you're making it?
In the beginning also you can make. Afterwards also, thereafter, like if you have an afterthought that I want to edit, then after you have, in between the presentations also you can make.
So after you make it at a particular...
I will just show you.
Yeah,
like
can you
suppose
just
I
give
am
an
closing
example?
the master view. Again in the views first, signs are different, symptoms are different. In signs, say the first one I have is otorrhea, rhinorrhea. So now it's very difficult to distinguish what you're talking about. So if a layperson reads this, signs and symptoms of head injury, so he'll wonder, signs is also what is sign? Not clear. So you can just give in an indent, select these two, and you have subpoint. So now it is very clear when you're talking about signs, under signs you have autoria and rhinorrhea. Am I clear? Then there are various other things like your drawing tools, how to format and all, basically the pictures and all, how you do it. Like if you want to make it slightly better, maybe you want to add in some colors and all, you can do from here. Or to be safest, no fill. If you want to just outline, so you can outline, various points are available. So in these ways you can make your presentations better. Yeah, so I was in the view portion. Slideshow, basically this is the icon that you use. Like you have made the presentation, you want to present it. You have inserted your pen drive or whatever. This icon, when you will click, it will become as a presentation. This same icon is also available downstairs, down. Then you have the handout master. So basically in the handout master, like whatever, suppose you want to distribute it to your audience, so you can just use it from there. So this was in brief about the PowerPoint presentation. Now I have a presentation with me which talks about how to make your presentations better. Now see, these are the basics. Just attending the class won't give you the skills to make it. You would have to actually go back and do it to be more proficient. So this was like how you, okay. So now the basic rules on how you can make your presentations important. First and the most important thing, contrast is very important, right? What is contrast? Like say if you have this is a dark background. Now on this dark background, if you write in dark color, would anything be audible? Anything would be visible? No, nothing would be visible. In the same way, say like you have a white background and on the white background you write with white color, nothing would be visible. So the contrast is very important. For paper, dark text on a light background. But for projections, there should be light text on the semi-dark background. So this is a light text written in white color on a semi-dark background. Now, whenever you make a presentation, see your eye is automatically attracted to the light which is on the screen. So you see in this particular slide, there is light at the center, right? So automatically your eyes are attracted towards the center. Again, stick with a single background. If you play around with too many backgrounds, the focus of the audience will be on the design. Say you have made very beautiful flowers, or you have made a good graphs, a good pictorial background. So people will not listen to you what you are talking about. They'll be just focusing, admiring the beauty of your slides. That should not happen. Set the stage and leave it alone. So this is your stage. Just have few words on the slide so that people focus not on the slide but on you. They are trying to understand what you are trying to say. Next, don't try to dazzle the audience with graphics or style but with the information. The medium is not the message. This is just a medium. PowerPoint presentation is just a medium, but it is not the message. Message is basically what you are saying. These are just the guidelines or the pointers on the basis of which you develop your ideas. Now, I forgot to mention in this presentation that I was taking, there is something called as bullets. I'll just show you. See, suppose this is my slide, one of my slides. Now there is a tab over here in which I can give the indent, whether I want my points on the left side of the screen, on the right side of the screen, or on the middle. See, this was on the left side already. If I make it like this, how does it look? How does it look? How does it look? not very good. I mean, it doesn't look professional, and people are like, they have to, it's not a straight line. Your eye has to adjust first to left, then to center, then to left, then to right. I mean, it's pretty haphazard. You have a difficult time in reading it. Okay, so the best way to do is you make it a left indent. Now just see, is it easier to read now? Yes? So do not center your bullet. It makes the text look very ragged, and it is very hard to read and also follow. The best thing to do is left justify. Now you see how beautifully it has come. Again, how is this slide? Any comments on this? Yes sir, any comments on this? Any comments on this? How does it look? I mean, if you have to just give a unbiased opinion. Is this slide proper, or something can be done to make it more interesting? Anybody else? Yes?
The picture was center of attraction. The picture is definitely
So exactly. So what she has said is very correct. Here the picture has become more prominent. So if you want to add in any text or any words, there is very little room left for that, right? So if you are making your pictures, it should be in a balanced form. See, does it look more better now? Yes or no? Yes. So always make it a point, your picture should come on the left side and your text should come on the right side. Your picture should never be in the center, otherwise people will just read, look at your picture. They won't try to read anything, they won't listen to what you are saying. So keep the picture on the left, and whatever text you have to write, keep it on the right, and there should be a balance between the two. Again, there's something called as the capitalization. I had shown you in when you are making a slide, either you can have a sentence text. Sentence text means normally the sentence that we write. So like suppose if I have to write, the cat is chasing the rat, okay? The is the first word. The first word, first letter is T. So the first word's first letter T should be capital and rest other are all small cases. So that is a sentence text. Now if I write the same in all caps, again all capitals does not look good. So avoid all caps because it is very hard to read. First cap is more formal. This is a kind of a sentence in which all the words are there, the first letter of all the words are in capital. It is very difficult to type. This is an example of capitalizing the first word. That is your sentence case. This is most easiest and this is the best way to write. Now, when you are using fonts, I had shown you in the slides also, there are different sizes. You can just vary the size or you can just vary the design, how your font looks. So employ very few, the fonts. Say for example, I have this slide. Now this is the default one. If suppose I try to play around with its design, say I choose something of this sort. How does it look? Something in the cursive writing. I mean, if you think of artists, they'll say, yeah, it is very beautiful. But if you're taking the same presentation in a class, people will have difficulty in reading it. Airway width, cervical, is it a C or is it a O, is it a A? There is a problem. This is the same problem that you have when you try to read in a bad handwriting. Okay, and most of the nurses over here will do agree that doctors have got a very bad handwriting. So if you have a medical prescription and they write it very badly, so you will like, what the hell they have written, I cannot follow anything. The same problem if you are standing here as a teacher and you are making a slide and your fonts are not clear and the audience is trying to read and they will say, what has she written? I am not able to understand anything. So choose your font wisely. I'm sorry for the comment, by the way. Again, in your slides, all the points that you're writing, first of all, select the font properly, what design you want. Another thing, try to write it in a sentence case. That is, your first letter of the first word should be capital, rest should be small. Do not write in all capitals. The first sentence is an example of italics. Italics also looks kind of good, but it is difficult to read. Use bold. Bold is when you want to highlight some words. Font size, choose the font size very wisely. Why? Because if it is too small, it becomes very difficult to read. And if it is too big, it becomes very intimidating. People will take some time to register what is actually written. Now, how does this look? Who will comment on this? Maybe ma'am at the back? Yeah. How does this look? Is it an example of a good slide or a bad slide?
Bad slide.
Bad slide, very good. Why bad slide?
So much of crowd.
Too much crowded. You have too much information over there. So what happens when I am taking the same slide in the class?
I will take so much time to read it. Not I will not concentrate on you. I will more
Exactly.
concentrate on slide.
Exactly. Very well said. So what happens when I have a slide like this? If I'm trying to explain you anything, automatically you won't try to register in what I'm trying to say. Your focus would be on what is written on the slide. Let me just see it. You see, there are always some students in the class who will try to write down whatever the teacher says. They won't miss out a single word. They are so busy in taking notes. So if I have that kind of student in my class, what will happen? He or she will just focus on the slide and try to just write in whatever is available on the slide. If I'm trying to explain anything, they won't try to understand that. So you don't put in too much of text on the slide. So too much information should not be there, and pictures should be arranged properly so that the pictures are just acting like your informative tool. They don't act like a distraction. So basic rules, these are just a revision of whatever I said. Make bulleted points easy to read, keep the text easy to understand, use concise wordings. Like suppose if you want to say something, you can either say it in few words or you can either say it in very big terms. So you do not use in jargons. You make your presentation simple so that the audience is able to understand it. Like suppose if I want to say something, I can say one sentence, the presentation is very good. Or I can say, the presentation was magnificent, magnanimous, out of the world, etc. etc. So I'm using too much words, too much adjectives. So instead of that, just use simple words. Bullets are the focal points. These are just like suppose you want to discuss 2-3 points. So first point is this, one bullet. Second point is this, second bullet. So it is just giving you information in a more precise manner. Bullets are basically you give just keywords or just the headings. The elaboration is presented by the presenter. Otherwise what will happen? See, if I have everything on the slide, I will just read it. So this is my presentation. Make bulleted points easy to read. Keep text easy to understand. Use concise wording. What is happening? I am just reading out the slide. This even you can do. So there is no need for a teacher to take a class specifically for you, or for a presenter to take a presentation specifically for you. If the aim is just to read it out, then even the audience can also do it. So have few points and then elaborate on it. Then keep font size large but not too large. Now, basic funda, be creative but not too creative. Okay, the focus should be on the information. Then again, always remember in your one sentence that you are writing in your bullet, see like this sentence you have, use maximum of 6 words in one line and maximum of 6 lines in one slide. Will you remember this? 6 words in one sentence and 6 bullets or 6 lines in one slide. Now choosing a color scheme, I have shown you lots of designs. Use the default ones, use strong contrast colors. Don't try to play around. Like this is the best example of a contrast. You have a light color on a dark background because it looks good. And you have a dark color on a light background. Now, how does this presentation look? See here again, You have a big picture and then you have a slightly smaller slide not arranged properly. So it becomes difficult to read. Now, how is this slide? How is this slide? Anybody? Okay, is it good or bad? Bad. Why bad? I heard lots of bad.
Can't read very well.
Junk.
Yeah, kind of junk. That's a very good term. Okay. It looks pretty informal. It's like somebody has just scribbled. But then again, if you see the things individually, see the pictures are good. Do you agree? Heading, Martin Luther King. It is written very nicely, see? Yeah, if you look at individually, it is good. Here also, if you look individually, it is good. But when you have it on a slide together, it becomes way too hodgepodge, way too crowded, way too junk, as ma'am said. It's like a small kid has just scribbled on the wall and you're not able to read it anything. It's basically not organized. It doesn't give a good impression, right? Or it may also give an impression that the presenter has tried to play in with lots of colors and graphics just to show maybe he or she knows a lot, but actually it doesn't solve the purpose. Now the same slide, just look at this. In the previous slide, you had 4 pictures to show Martin Luther King. You don't require 4 pictures to show that he is Martin Luther King. Only 1 picture would do, right? So just look at over here. Does it look more better now? It's more organized, it's more neat. Do you agree? Yes? So it's more organized, more neat. You just have 1 picture to show, yeah, this is Martin Luther King. You have the words written down properly. Nicely it is written. It's not all caps. Even the title is also highlighted properly. So the information is conveyed. So this was the basics of PowerPoint presentations. Now I would urge you, like I'm sure most of you have already made PowerPoint presentations, but those who have not made till now, please make it a point to go back, review, make a presentation. And I can see there are, lots of people, senior people. So it's a very good medium to take a class and all that. Thank you so much.
And in summary, you have to make it as a tool for presentation, not a thing that it should be only there, people should read and you should not speak anything. So like in the earlier days, we never used to have PowerPoint, which you have blackboard and the teacher, right? That's it. And the third guy is the student, right? Some of the teachers were very good and some of the teachers were too lousy, right? But there is no choice for the student because he has to listen good or bad, okay? And if the teacher is awful or teacher बहुत खराब भी है, बोले जा रहा है, ठीक है, तो बच्चे क्या करते हैं? चौक फेंकते हैं पीछे से. चौक फेंका किसी ने? वेलेंसिया ने? तूने चौक नहीं फेंका? रेनू? मैंने तो फेंका एक बार ही फेंका था, पकड़ा नहीं गया लेकिन, ठीक है. And some people, you know, also what they do is आवाज़ें निकालती है ऐसे, ऐसे, है ना? जैसे मुर्गी की बान होती है ना, सुबह की. So people do all kind of mischief, students, from the back of the teacher when they are totally bored, right? That is a serious thing, you know, because in teaching you should be effective as a teacher. Effective as a teacher. Sister Kanti, I think you will come in front, okay? Come in front. I think आप भी आ जाइए, आगे बैठिए आप, है ना? The tricks of the trade of how to present, right? How to present in this lecture. ये आपको lights ठीक से आ रहा है? Lights visible, right? In dialogue that you have to tell, suppose you tell about emergency nursing as a topic and you start talking about, see, you know, doctors come and we take round and then we, you know, then the nurse has to go to the ward and you talk irrelevantly. You keep on blabbering whatever you feel. आपका टॉपिक है emergency nursing. आप जा रहे हैं, नहीं वो तो you know दूसरा काम करती हैं, वो वार्ड में जाती हैं और वहाँ पे इंडेंट देखती हैं और वहाँ पे वो करती हैं, you know. So you talk irrelevantly, just like a you know mad person. So that means they will the student will think what? अरे तो टीचर ही बेकार है, पता नहीं क्या बोले जा रहा है, ठीक है? इमरजेंसी नर्सिंग लिख दिया और पढ़ा कुछ और है. ये तो खुद ही कंफ्यूज है, ये हमें क्या पढ़ाएगा? You understand? So that is the dialogue. Dialogue is so important. Vartalap. And that vartalap should be good. Or if you can keep on blabbering on the blackboard like this, on the back, okay, dialogue. Emergency nursing, they have to work in emergency department, then they have to, early morning they have to come and do triage, then they have to do this, then they have to do, they are writing on the blackboard, or they are going back and hitting the wall. That also is bad. Okay? Then the third component is closure. Closure means, जो आपने पढ़ाया, और मैं खा लूँगा तो बोलूँगा कैसे भैया? So closure. Okay? Closure means whatever you have taught, your objective जो है ना concept of emergency nursing, you must summarize that way. In few points, right? That is called as closure, right? I think Hansraj, ये थोड़ा चलाओ. I think not working, right? So that is about the thing. So let's take set. अब हम लेंगे हर एक को, right? Even I don't require PowerPoint because okay, this for just my tool to see the points, that's it. So set का मतलब देखिए और एक चीज है. आप लोग जो है अभी आप देखिए मैं जहाँ भी जा रहा हूँ आप मेरे तरफ देख रहे हो. Your eyes are with me, your minds are with me, right? That is the thing you have to create, right? So when you set introduction of yourself, right? Introduction. You must see that how I introduce the topic. Remember my first sentence about communication skills, right? So introduce yourself. You have to आपको briefly आपको introduce करना. When you come to the class, introduce yourself like in brief. You must say. आपको क्या नहीं करना है पहले मैं बता देता हूँ. You can't say I am Dr. Sanjeev Bhoi. I did my MBBS in 93, then I became postgraduate, and I did in 98. I finished my post-graduation in MD Medicine. Then I joined as a senior associate in AIMS. Then I became faculty assistant professor in 2002. Then I became associate professor in this thing. Then I became now going to become additional professor. And now I become medical superintendent. So if you tell this much, one, the audience will think this guy is very arrogant. Number one. Number two, he is keeping on telling himself. अरे इतना ही बताएगा तो पढ़ाएगा क्या ये? Number one. So, ladies and gentlemen, you must introduce yourself. Yes, because this is your show. You are the master of the game, master of the subject. You must say, Sanjeev Bhoi, I work as an associate professor here, and today we are going to talk about this. That's it. Short, 30-second brief introduction you should have. Okay, 30-second brief introduction. Penencia, PhD student, my topic is this. Today's topic is this. Brief, concise. That gives a good outlook. Yourself and the topic. Now, how to introduce a topic? How to say the things yes we are going to teach. Rather than talking like this, today we are going to talk about emergency department. If you are talking like this, or today we are going to talk about, say, chest trauma, right? Chest trauma. So if you say that way, rather than you say, it will be boring. Suppose I say, before I say chest trauma, I say the other way. Let me tell you, कैसे आपको कोई भी topic introduce करनी होती है, कैसे exciting बनाना है, It is all about showmanship, right? Presentation. So you say the same thing. 24-year-old gentleman coming with road traffic crash comes to the emergency department. Hypotensive, tachycardic, tachypneic. Okay? Tachypneic. There is a bruise on the chest. Right? Saturation is going down. What do you think next? Right? You will think the patient is trauma. Yes, sir. The audience will say, so this is a road traffic crash. You ask a question. Road traffic crash, patient may be having, sir, shock may be due to pneumothorax. Hypotensive, tachycardic, tachypneic, saturation is down. I think of pneumothorax. Yes, then you say yes, pneumothorax. Pneumothorax is related to chest trauma. You understood? कैसे टॉपिक को आपको निकालना है? तो आप ऐसी चीज भूमिका बांधिए जिससे उसका आंसर क्या आना चाहिए, आपका टॉपिक आना चाहिए। समझ में आ गया? अगर आप हेमरेजिक शॉक बोल रहे हो, आप बोलिए 25 साल का आदमी, रोड ट्रैफिक एक्सीडेंट हो गया, ब्लीडिंग हो ही जा रही है, बीपी कम चल रही है, क्या कारण हो सकता है? सर वो बोलेगा हेमरेजिक शॉक हो रही है, प्रॉब्लम ब्लीडिंग के कारण हेमरेज हो रहा है, सॉरी शॉक हो रहा है, isn't it? Robin. So that will tell you the answer is hemorrhagic shock. That is the topic. आपने किससे निकाला? Audience से निकाला। समझ में आ गया? Audience से आपने निकाला। And that will be a excellent explosive introduction. Suppose I will say, I am Sanjeev Bhai, I work as associate professor. Today we are going to speak about chest trauma. Okay, my topic is this. Don't say my topic or the topic given to me. My topic, the topic given to me is this. Who has told you to give topic? है ना? कोई force किया तुम्हारे पे? ठीक है ना? You say today we are going to learn about it. Rather than saying like that, make it more in a better way of presentation. Okay? In creating that भूमिका मांगिए ताकि उसका आंसर हुआ है. You know, this is how you start a topic, right? So it interests the audience. Objectives should be clear. Like I say, scenario. I told you chest trauma. After you say chest trauma, you say today we are going to, what is the objective of this presentation? Similarly, suppose I give you an example of role of cytokine, chemokine in hemorrhagic shock, right? Similar. So you know this is a topic and brief topic objective. Point number 1, जो आप वार्तालाप करेंगे डायलॉग में, आपको क्या पढ़ाना है पॉइंट फॉर्म में दीजिए। पहले आप पढ़ाएंगे कि भैया इसमें सपोज वी टेक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ इमरजेंसी डिपार्टमेंट, आपको पहले बताया नहीं कि व्हाट इज द मैन पावर इश्यू, इक्विपमेंट्स क्या आपके रहने चाहिए, यू नो व्हाट शुड बी द टीचिंग एंड ट्रेनिंग मॉड्यूल ऑफ इमरजेंसी डिपार्टमेंट। ओके, सो दैट वे कंसाइज एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव वे ऑफ टेलिंग 5 पॉइंट, नॉट मोर ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, राइट, व्हिच यू कैन नॉट फिनिश इन टाइम। आपका 20 मिनट का टॉक है, आपने दे दिया 15 ऑब्जेक्टिव, आप फिनिश कर पाएंगे सिस्टर? कर पाएंगे? नहीं कर पाएंगे। आप पहले देखिए कितना टाइम मिला है ना? ये तो कुछ प्रेजेंटर होता है, बकर 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 चलता रहता है उनका, है ना? टाइम खत्म हो गया, चले जा रहे हैं रेलगाड़ी की तरह, ठीक है ना? लोग पीछे से बैठते हैं, यार कब खत्म करेगा ये। देखिए ऑडियंस 2 टाइम्स एक्टिव होती है। इफ इट इज अ, प्लीज मेक इट अ साइलेंट बोर्ड, ओके, so that we can hear better. Is 2 times they are awake. One in the beginning of the lecture, जब वो देख रहा है ना, और उसके बाद कब आता है? End of the lecture, ठीक है, जब तालियां मारनी होती है उसको। बीच में कहाँ गया, चला गया वो? अंदर, sleep. If it is a lousy presentation, then it will go into sleep. In the middle, पहले 5 मिनट और आखिरी के 5 मिनट में इंसान जागता है। If it is a lousy lecture like that, right? So that is what you have to create magic in that, so that you can do in set. And remember, is जब आप set शुरू करें, remember is as soon as you come, you should be okay. Sorry, we dialogue ने छोड़ दिया, we'll speak about that. Forget the slides. So how to, as I told you, it will be effective teacher. As I told you, some of the teachers are out of the world. You keep on listening to them. They used to sing the presentation in various phases. You are captive, right? And that captiveness affects the students. They can keep on hearing that guy for 2 hours, 3 hours, no time. Okay, there was one pharmacology teacher I had. He used to sing pharmacology, madam. Pharmacology is the most driest topic. Man, most toxic topic I ever read in MBBS time, isn't it? You have to keep on pharmacodynamic, pharmacokinetics, okay? Then you keep on, you know, reading and, mugging up like, muggers. So you keep on mugging, right? In most of like biochemistry, another subject which you keep on mugging, right? Immunology is another horrible topic that you keep on mugging, right? So remember, these are the topics, how they can be effective. That teacher, okay, used to sing like that, and you keep on hearing and hearing. There is no end to it, and that has effective. There another teacher I had was an anatomy teacher, and he was such a lousy guy, whom he would come and teach the blackboard. First time he will enter, teach the blackboard. At the end, he will again show his face and go back. The rest of the time, okay, people are throwing chalk and making that. You understand? They keep on throwing chalk in his, he had a baldy head. So it will throw chalk on his baldy. Takle pe marte the. So remember that. So that we don't try to avoid. So now let's begin. What are the effects of micro teaching? This micro teaching is nothing but how to do the showmanship, how to walk, how to talk, right? How to interact, how to look at the eyes, and how to ask questions to the audience, okay, and get answers, right? Is all about micro teaching, which is so effective. See, till now nobody had taught us how we should teach. किसी को बताया हमें? किसी ने हमें नहीं बताया. हमने देखो सब गए पढ़ते रहे कभी और कभी पढ़ाते रहे. नर्सरी से, स्कूल से, वो बच्चे कुछ बोल नहीं पाएंगे जैसे भी टीचर कुछ भी पढ़ा दे. फिर आगे कॉलेज में आ गए, फिर फैकल्टी लेवल में आगे पढ़ा दें. ठीक है, कभी हम पढ़ते थे, कभी पढ़ाते थे, लेकिन हमें किसी ने नहीं बताया कि आपको पढ़ाना कैसे है. तो यही हम आज जान रहे हैं कि आपको पढ़ाना कैसे है. दैट इज अबाउट कॉलेज ऑफ माइक्रो टीचिंग, राइट. तो ये जेंटलमैन मैं आपको ट्रिक्स बताऊंगा कि क्या है. आप मुझे देखिए, मुझे सुनिए, ओके. अभी मैं देख रहा हूं कि आप लोग चिकन और ये सब खा रहे हो, लेकिन आपका ध्यान जो है मेरे वॉइस और मेरे चेहरे पे. दैट इज हाउ द टीचर कैन डू, राइट. सो नाउ लेट्स सी बिगिन ऑफ द फर्स्ट टिप. जब आप कोई क्लास में नहीं आते हो, नंबर 1, ओके, इफ इट इज अ क्लोज ग्रुप लाइक दिस, आप देखना है कि आप वर्कशॉप पे आ रहे हो या कॉन्फ्रेंस पे बोल रहे हो, राइट, डायस प्रेजेंट कर रहे हो. दैट इज व्हाई यू मस्ट हैव सीन आई took an introduction of all the students or all the participants, right. I told them to introduce, look back and tell loud voice so that you know the face of each other in the class. Very important, right. दूसरी आपको ये पता लग जाती है कि what is the target audience, right. कि आपके वहाँ डॉक्टर्स हैं, नर्सेस हैं, पैरामेडिक्स हैं, या कोई किस लेवल की ट्रेनिंग के लोग यहाँ पे बैठे हैं, एंड हाउ टू स्पीक. थर्ड, देन यू विल असेस दैट यू सी वेदर आई शुड बी ओनली स्पीकिंग इन इंग्लिश or shall I be bilingual, right. So I find the bilingual language here will be more effective rather than speak only in English. That is why I am speaking bilingual. I know about it, right. So this you should, before beginning of the class, in the beginning you must, if you have chance, you must take that. If you are going to a conference, you can't do that. You don't have choice there, right. So once you begin your presentation, the day of presentation, your attire should be good. Attire should be good. अरे भैया मेरे लिए भी कुछ बचा के रखना. तो attire should be excellent. अभी नहीं भैया, अभी खिलाओ. So attire should be excellent, right. Don't see, you can't come to the class in a half pant, है ना, हाफ पैंट और टी शर्ट पहन के आ गए, टोपी पहन ली आपने और आप बोले जा रहे हो. तो anybody like that? कोई लाइक करेगा हाफ पैंट में पहना पढ़ाने आ गया टीचर? नहीं आना. सिस्टर आप इधर आ जाइए, इधर आप बीच आईएल में बैठे हो, ठीक है ना. आइए इधर आ जाइए, ठीक है ना. इधर आ जाइए सिस्टर, मेरे चलने के उसमें आ जाएंगे. आप आगे आइए ना, इधर आइए, सीट आइए मेरे पास, सिस्टर के साथ सीट है, ठीक है ना. तो देखिए, so that is why attire should be good. At least you should be attire good. You saw shiny, you have an excellent attire, and mine is not bad, right? So attire should be good. Number 1. As a brief presentation, you did that, right? Then you are on your own. Start with a concise set, dialogue and closure, right? So in between, let me take you. First phase आपका हो गया. First phase में और एक चीज होती है. सबको घबराहट होती है. You know, while presentation, हर एक को घबराहट होती है. Even the best of speakers will have घबराहट phenomena, palpitation, nervousness, sweating, palpitation, adrenaline ऊपर चली जाती है. Okay? So होती है कि नहीं? So how to control that? How to control that? It's so important. कैसे कंट्रोल करेंगे सिस्टर बताओ? आप बताइए, कुछ आइडिया? सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाना चाहिए. तो मेरे को वो बैठ के सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस दे दो मेरे को, बोलूँगा मैं, है ना. चलो आप बताओ सिस्टर, कैसे आपको वो घबराहट कैसे निकालनी है? घबराहट तो होती है, जोक्स कर ले पहले। तो प्रेजेंटेशन ही खत्म आपका, पूरा प्रेजेंटेशन में जोक चलता रहेगा, फिर वो बोलेगा कि पढ़ाया क्या। तो राकेश क्या बोलते हो तुम?
Sir, before presenting, actually there are some preparation stage. So first of all, we should be clear about what we are going to teach.
ठीक है।
So we are more confident. Then introduction about the participants, and with a little time get to know each other. What are their basic standards?
ठीक है।
And
some of the very good points he said. Rakesh, you gave an excellent answer. Is first you should be master of the topic. The nervousness will decrease if you are a master of the topic. आपने खुद ही ने नहीं पढ़ाई करी और आपको प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहे हो तो आपको घबराहट तो होगी, है ना? कोई कुछ ना सवाल पूछ रहे मेरे को, मेरी तो बेइज्जती हो जाएगी, घबराहट इसलिए बढ़ती है। So you should be master of your content जो आप पढ़ा रहे हो. Number one. So you should read well before your presentation. Thorough about the subject. That day you are the tiger. है ना? आप शेर हो उस सब्जेक्ट के, वैसा आना चाहिए, तो आपको देखना कॉन्फिडेंस कितनी आती है. A very good point. Second, if you still have nervousness, when you are introducing the taking introduction, first speaker हो, अगर फर्स्ट स्पीकर हो तो चांस मिल जाएगा सबको इंटरेक्शन करने का, सेकंड हो तो नहीं मिलेगा जनाब. तो वो भी आपको थोड़ा टाइम, ब्रीदिंग टाइम मिल जाता है, थोड़ा आपका नर्वसनेस करने का. सेकंड इज प्रिपरेशन इज how to prepare. So you can take deep breath exercise. So when you're speaking first 30 seconds, I told you to introduce yourself. That time you can just relax a bit. First 1 minute के लिए सबको रहता है घबराहट. Then once you are in a flow, the nervousness takes away, right? Or you can take deep breathing exercise before coming to the presentation, or you can do belly exercise. This belly, okay? Umbilical से पीछे निकालो ना. Take breath. Okay? This is another way of decreasing your stress level, right? People have taken propranolol. बीटा ब्लॉकर्स कुछ प्रेजेंटर्स ले लेते हैं, ठीक है, उनका घबराहट कम रहे बोल के. पीपल आर सो एंशियस, है ना? आपने देखा होगा, एवरी पर्सनैलिटी इज डिफरेंट. ओके, कोई तो एल्ट्रैक्स खा कर रात को सो जाता है. ओके, सो रिमेंबर दैट दीज आर द फ्यू ट्रिक्स टू डिक्रीज योर नर्वसनेस लेवल. ओके, Shiny, you are managing the time, right? So you inform me in time, right? So that is about the first leg of presentation. Now let's see the main dialogue. जब आप वार्तालाप कर रहे हैं, आप समझा रहे हैं, पहला फेज चला गया प्रेजेंटेशन का, सेकंड फेज आ गया. सेकंड फेज में ही साहब आपको देखना है कि आपको पढ़ाना कैसे, ठीक है ना? तो आई टोल्ड यू, जो आपने सेट में लिखा है वही आपके डायलॉग में होना चाहिए, वही पढ़ाना चाहिए जो आपके वार्ता, मतलब वो आप सेट तैयार किए हो. नंबर वन. नंबर टू इज इट शुड बी ए इफेक्टिव प्रेजेंटेशन. अब मैं आपको बताता हूँ एज अ टीचर कि व्हाट शुड बी योर बॉडी लैंग्वेज व्हेन यू आर टीचिंग द स्टूडेंट्स. ओके, सो योर बॉडी लैंग्वेज should not be like this. Okay, your body language should not be like this. ऐसे देखो झूल रहे हो ऐसे, ठीक है, ये ऐसे हो रहा है जैसे राकेश के ऊपर गिर जाऊंगा मैं, ठीक है ना, ऐसे, so don't be like this, like this. ऐसे देखो हाथ इधर उधर हो रहा है, right? चले आ रहा हूँ मैं ऐसे, और your body language is like this. So dilly dally, loose body language, or you should not be doing like this. Today we are going to speak about emergency nursing, and emergency nursing is a nice branch. People do a lot of kind of things in emergency nursing, and they do, right? So they do like this. This is arrogance, okay? This is arrogant. Never put your hands in your pocket. Okay? Never put your hands on your pocket or your apron, this thing, when you are presenting. Right? It is arrogant. Or it should not be loose body language. Loose. Right? So you should be sturdy. Right? So it gives the confidence to the student. Student को confidence देता है ये कि कैसे आपको खड़े रहना है. दूसरा, आपके हाथ का use. When I am talking about hand, your hand movement should be, see, in one hand I have put my
Pointer.
Okay, this is the pointer, right? And the other hand, you see I am using effective way of communicating the people. Okay, please switch off your mobile or anything is disturbing. So, you see, this is the effective way of hand movement to explain things. Or you can use the hand for explaining things, like we are doing CPR. अगर हम CPR पढ़ा रहे हैं, so what we can do? We can use our hand to say, okay, we are going to do CPR this way, right? Right? Or I am teaching airway. Suppose I am teaching airway. Okay, you to open the airway like this. So what I am using? I am using my hand. Right? I am using my hand for effective description of something. समझ रहे हैं सिस्टर? कोई चीज डिस्क्राइब अगर आपको करना है, वो भी आप हाथ के मूवमेंट से बता सकते हो. जैसे हमने CPR दिखाना है, ऐसे, नंबर 1. और आपने एयरवे खोलना है, ऐसे करिए. आप क्या यूज कर रहे हैं? आपके दोनों हाथ यूज कर रहे हैं, आपके बॉडी का लैंग्वेज यूज कर रहे हैं एक्सप्रेशन करने के लिए. एक्सप्रेशन किसको? पार्टिसिपेंट को दिखाने के लिए. उससे पार्टिसिपेंट जल्दी समझता भी, समझ रहे हैं, जल्दी समझता है. तो अगर आप ऐसे ऐसे करेंगे, ऐसे ऐसे चल रहे हैं, है ना, राजेश खन्ना इधर है, ऐसे ऐसे कर रहे हैं, तो क्या? You understand? So remember that is the attire. First is attire, मैंने बताया क्या पहनना है आपको, कैसे ओपनिंग स्पीच देनी है मैंने बताया. उसके बाद मैंने आपको बताया कि how to have the body language in the presentation style. Number 2 is very important. Is we are talking about body language. Next is eye contact. To gain the confidence of the class, it is very important to make a eye contact to all the eyes sitting in the class. Now I need not to look at the eyes of everybody because everybody is looking towards me, right? So I think how many people are there, Matilda? How many people are there registered now? 30. So 30 means 60 eyes are looking at me, right? So I need not to make that contact, right? But wherever I look, I am finding all the eyes towards me. But you need to look at the eyes, make an eye contact, effectively, right? It gains the confidence. Yes, the teacher is very active, So जैसे मैंने अभी सिस्टर सतेंद्र के पास गया, okay? So don't have an intimidating eye contact also. ऐसे भी नहीं करना है कि ना, जैसे करना सिस्टर सतेंद्र, right? So I'm looking at her only, right? तो दूसरे लोग सोचेंगे यार तो ये तो पीछे पड़ गया, तो आई कांटेक्ट जबरदस्त बना रहा है, आई कांटेक्ट बातें कर रहा है, So don't be too close also like this, right? है ना, एक उल्लू की तरह देख रहे हो आप, आई कांटेक्ट का मतलब इफेक्टिव आई कांटेक्ट. समझ में आ गया? So this is such an important thing for gaining the confidence of the student through yourself, right? So I told you how to walk and how to make eye contact, right? Now let's come the third, how to talk, right? How to talk. आपको सिस्टर लिखिए मत, ये तो सुनने की बातें हैं, ठीक है? सुन लेंगे तो ये होगा, लिखने से कुछ नहीं होगा. नीचे रख के बंद करिए, पहले तो बंद करिए. अगर आप लिख रहे हो मतलब आई एम नॉट इफेक्टिव, राइट? सो देखिए आपको बात कैसे करना है ना. तो देखिए बहुत सारे देयर इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड स्पेसिफिक फॉर मास कम्युनिकेशन. ओके, मास कम्युनिकेशन के लिए एक अलग से कोर्स होता है कैसे आपको कम्युनिकेट करना है, ठीक है ना. और यहाँ पे हमारी स्टूडेंट भी बैठी हुई हैं जो मास कम्युनिकेशन में उन्होंने पीजी किया हुआ है, और वो है निर्मल, राइट? सो बात करने का, सो हाउ टू टॉक, दैट इज सो इम्पोर्टेंट इन लाइफ. When you want to, talk to get the first, when you go for talking, whether you talk with a different person, how to gain confidence if you're going for an interview, right? You should know how to talk to them, right? कैसे मुझे बात करनी है, आप सोचते हो कि नहीं? क्या पूछेगा तो मैं क्या जवाब दूंगा, कैसे बात करना है, ये करना है, आप सोचते हो, टेंशन में रहते हैं, right? Number 1. Then now how to talk to the teacher, right? Or how to talk when you are proposing, okay? When you are proposing to your girlfriend, वो भी आप सोचते हो मैं क्या बोलूँगा तो क्या बोलेगी वो, है ना, क्या बोलेगी वो, 10 बार सोचते हो. उल्टा भी है, ठीक है ना, लड़कियाँ भी पूछते हैं, ऐसा मत सोचो सब लड़के भी पूछते रहते हैं, ठीक है ना, उल्टा भी चक्कर है, उल्टा भी है, समझने के लिए. So that is another way of communication. And when you're talking to students like this, right? Mass communication, 60 people I have to communicate. वहाँ 1-to-1 communication है, यहाँ 60 है. तो आपको हर एक में बात करना आना चाहिए. Presenting yourself, how to sell yourself to get accepted, whether to your girlfriend or to your wife. I think that will never happen. Okay, and to mass. So it is easier to communicate with mass communication rather than to your wife, right? So this is so important. That is why the importance of everything should be told, you know, of talking. Talking का मैंने importance बना दिया अभी यहाँ पे, है ना? अब आप देखिए कि कैसे बोलना है, कैसे नहीं बोलना है, वो भी मैं बताऊँ to a class. So when you're talking about voice, okay, talking is you should modulate your voice, right? ऐसे नहीं बोलना. Let me read this thing. Give me this thing. Yeah, I will read and see how it should not read, right? If I read it, okay. Each of us wants to improve our interpersonal and presentation skill. Unfortunately, there is little and no training given in this crucial area during school, college, at work. Interpersonal and presentation skill help in dealing public, senior and colleagues and family, and give me confidence and happiness in enjoying every moment in life. Though there is no quick fix to attaining these skills, we can help you putting on the right path and give you insight so as to make a better person following the workshop. This workshop tremendously useful for nurses, doctor, and we would like to urge everybody to come and enjoy the party, right? Did you understand anything? No. Did you understand anything, sir? Right? Now let me read the same thing, right? A short form. Each of us wants to improve our interpersonal skills and the presentation skills. It is important that we should attend the communication skill workshop conducted by Dr. Sanjeev and Dr. B. How it is? The same thing I told you in one sentence in a more effective manner. Short, effective, right? कैसे मैंने बोला? You should improve. You saw the quality of the voice? It was low pitch. Then suddenly आवाज की pitch बढ़ गई मेरी. Okay? Which point I wanted to highlight. So I said you must attend the communication skill workshop conducted by Dr. Sanjeev and Dr. Deepak. That means Sanjeev and Deepak are organizing this workshop. You must attend it. You understood, sister? Understood, doctors? You know?